So, how do you attract team members without any advertising in your business? Hi, my name is Melissa Swire. I am the lead strategist for Tap the Potential. And joining me today is Kaitlyn Beaver, our success concierge. And this week, we posted on social media a spotlight for one of our amazing Better Business, Better Life program participants and how to hire the best course participants, Don Zerby. And Don is just one of the most amazing humans that I have ever had the privilege to know. And he has totally nailed it with attracting team members to his company because he takes really good care of them. And that got my wheels spinning. And I thought it would be so helpful to come on today and just share with you how you can find team members without the stress of constantly posting to job boards, trying to figure out where to find employees, and streamline your process by being authentically you and just simply sharing the culture in your business, highlighting what's amazing about you. So, Kaitlyn, thank you for being here today. And could you just share with us, how did you find out about Tap the Potential?
Thank you so much for having me, especially to talk about this topic, because I was so energized when this position became available at Tap the Potential. But we'll back up a little bit and talk about how I learned about Tap the Potential and how I fangirled over them for a couple of years before this position came available. So let's just let the cat out of the bag. Melissa Swire is my mother. And when you started, Mom, you were Dr. Sabrina's executive assistant. And I was just getting into the world of workforce development. That's what my background is in. Over the last 3 years, I've been a workforce development specialist, and I've also been a digital media producer. And during that time, we were really faced with some challenges because of the pandemic. The pandemic changed the world of workforce, and the leadership and the local area that I was working with that were trying to connect workers to different employers were trying new things, which is digital marketing. And during that time, you had started as Tap the Potential's executive assistant, and you were sharing these experiences with me. And the stories were just so impactful because they were all about the people that you were working with. The A players that were on your team were coaching you, and they were invested in you, not just professionally, but personally. And something that was so unique is that they really cared about your vision and what career success looked like for you. And their core values really aligned with yours. And I saw that and I thought, wow, that's just unbelievable. And other stories that you were sharing showed me that they were teaching you how to dream again. They were inspiring you and showing you that hope is alive. And what was so cool is that I know, and anyone that works with you knows that you have a servant heart. Like, you really just want to serve others. And you were finally around a group of people that showed up to really serve others, who were entrepreneurs. And I think that entrepreneurs are misunderstood. And sometimes we have this picture of what we think an entrepreneur is, but Tap the Potential was changing the face of that, of what that really means. And through the resources that you were sharing with me, anytime that I was having a challenge, it really showed me that this idea of hustle culture and grinding it out isn't the best way to be able to find success. And Tap the Potential was teaching, reteaching, and reframing what mindset would support them best, and being able to not only create, design a sustainably profitable business, but they were giving opportunities to people like me, A players who were just so energized by being able to support alongside a company that was making an impact for not just the clients that they served, but the communities that they lived in, that they thrived in. And all of those pieces came together by the experiences you were sharing with me as an A player at Tap the Potential. And it just really took off from there. you bridged the gap between me and resources that I was really interested in, like the How to Hire the Best book or the Better Business, Better Life Jumpstart. And as soon as I started consuming those resources, I just got so energized about what Tap the Potential was on a mission to do. And it was just really incredible. And then I saw the impact it was having on you as a mother, as a caregiver, as a mompreneur, as somebody who was starting her own business. It was just really incredible to see the impact that this team was having, not just with the mission that they have, the vision that they have, but also in the way that it impacted your life and set you up for success personally.
I love this so much, Kaitlyn. We do have an A player development tracker at Tap the Potential, and that's something that we share with our clients. And what I love about the tracker is that it does bridge the gap between what we want to accomplish professionally and personally. It allows us to play to our strengths. And one thing that we do at Tap the Potential is every week, we start on Monday, is have a huddle with our team. And that is one of my most favorite parts of the week. It's like coming back to work from the weekend and seeing my family again. And I truly feel that way. So Kaitlyn, I would love to hear how long you followed Tap the Potential on social media. And, you saw all these changes in me, right? I went from being really burned out, really stressed out, working really long hours to a 25-hour work week, doing something that I'm so passionate about, and just having the opportunity to grow and be with a team member that was the complete opposite of these toxic work cultures that we hear about. And I appreciate what you shared, because I did feel like I came alive as a mother, as the person that I needed to become, because suddenly my career became life-giving. So you didn't just take my word for it, right? You're hearing all these great things in the background. How long did you follow Tap the Potential on social media? And tell me some of the things that you showed up for.
I had been following us on social media for a couple of years. I mean, almost as soon as you became the executive assistant, I started following on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and I was really just trying to connect with Dr. Sabrina. And something that was all over social media was our team, how our team was showing up. And then you were also talking about the impact that you were having on the clients that you serve. And when I started to read those testimonials, I was overwhelmed. I was like, wow, you can really make this kind of difference. And then I was seeing it in my own life with you. And that was really impactful for me. And when I talked about workforce development and how excited I was about it, you showed me a copy of How to Hire the Best, and I read it about 5 times. And I'm like scribbling highlighters and I'm taking down notes, and I'm like, wow, like this is really cool. This approach is just so unique. And I love that there's this thought behind building positive workplace cultures that can attract the right people, the right fit to your organization, and really helps people like me thrive. Like, this is unique. And then I took our Better Business, Better Life Jumpstart, and I got to hear Dr. Sabrina's story, her origin story as an entrepreneur. She grew up with parents as entrepreneurs, and so did I. And so there are just all these things that were coming to light, not just about the Tap the Potential solution, the methodology that is proven, it's evidence-based through research, but being able to see how the team shows up as business coaches with a background running businesses, that was really unique. And so by reading How to Hire the Best, by attending our Better Business, Better Life Jumpstart, and then staying connected through social media and learning about the impact that Tap the Potential was having, I just became an evangelist super quickly because I thought this is really unique. This is something that you don't see every day with other business coaches. And that's what really stood out to me and drew me further in to Tap the Potential, so that I was, really ingrained in its teachings. And then I learned about the Profit by Design podcast. So it was just this ripple effect. It started with social media, then it was the other resources like the book and the Jumpstart. And then I started listening to the podcast weekly, and it kind of just continued to evolve from there.
Sure. We often say your A players already have a job, right? Most of the people that you want to work for your company are already working for another business. But after hearing your story, you are proof. A players refer other A players. So, Kaitlyn, you have a personal experience with watching a company and wanting to be a part of that. And you also have you are a marketing expert, right? And you've done marketing in the past for many, many years. You actually did marketing for me, 10 years ago when I had my business, Can Cuddler. And you are just phenomenal at really storytelling. So you also support us to Tap the Potential with our marketing, as well as right beside Dr. Sabrina in the How to Hire the Best course. I would love for you to share with our listeners what they can do on their own social media to attract A players to their team.
Such a great question. And sometimes I think that it can sound complicated, right? We think number signs, dollar signs when we think about marketing and attracting the right people to us. I firmly believe that if you can identify what your differentiator is, how is it that you show up in your community? How is it that you show up for your clients? How is it that you show up for your team? If you can show that online, it makes a huge impact. A players aren't just looking for their next job. They're really looking for someone that they can believe in. They want to align themselves with a mission that they believe in. They want to have purposeful work. And they want to know that the way that they show up in the world authentically as themselves with their core values is the way that they can show up for your company. You're going to attract the right A player for your organization if you can identify and showcase what that looks like. And if you have your clients sharing testimonials about what it's like to work for you, you have testimonials from your A players who are showing up every day, so inspired by who you are as a leader and what you're leading the charge on, that is going to resonate. And if you can do that on multiple channels, that helps too. But just start in one place. Pick one platform that you can show up consistently on and start showing up there. And when you start telling these stories, that is going to start, I always say like attracts like. That is going to start attracting the right people that are going to make a great fit for your team. And of course, our How to Hire the Best course will give you other marketing collateral that you can use to really take that to the next level. But practical tools and tips right now that I can give you is to do those three things.
Those are great tips, Kaitlyn. You're really establishing know, like, and trust with your audience. And that can be people that you want to attract to your team, as well as clients that you want to attract. So, Kaitlyn, we get questions all the time, what's it like to work together as a family? And I am so honored to work with you. And when we're at work, we are there as colleagues because we respect one another. And that's that A player mentality, right? It's just a joy. So thank you for sharing all of this. You guys have your action steps. So if you want to learn more about the How to Hire the Best course, Kaitlyn, can you share a link to that? Because the cart does close on Friday. So if you want to learn more, go to
tapthepotential.com/course.
All right. We hope you have a fantastic day, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.